All right, Texans got their guy. Texans hire Nick Caley as the new offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans, a top external candidate for some, if not most people, uh, besides Chip Kelly. But Chip Kelly got hired by the Raiders to be their new offensive coordinator. Paid him a lot of money too. Paid him a shit ton of money. I think it was $6 million. I mean, D'Amico Ryans doesn't even make that much. So if you wanted Chip Kelly, sorry, but the Texans hire Nick Caley. The news dropped yesterday at around 3 o'clock ish. I want to say. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on X. I'm posting every day on there. Join along for the ride, man. Off season just started. We got the Super Bowl this week, and yeah, and then we're gonna be rolling to the offseason, man. Free agency, the combine's right around the corner. I'm gonna be providing you guys with weekly content. So yeah, make sure you guys join along for the ride. Let's get into it though. Texans hire Nick Caley. I like this hire. Me personally. Let's just look at his resume real quick. All righty. So this is Nick Caley, man. I tweeted this out yesterday. He's been coaching since 2005. Went to John Carroll. If you don't know, that's where Nick Caserio went to college. That's where Frank Ross went to college, special teams coordinator for the Houston Texans. So he's got a lot of relationships with with some of the guys in the building already. So that's good to know. So he started at John Carroll as a student assistant, Akron as an assistant. He went to Auburn, Iowa State, Eastern Illinois, Arkansas, Florida Atlantic as a secondary coach. He was an assistant in New England for a long time. He was in New England for a while. 7 years. I want to say that's 7 years, right? 15 to 22. 7 years he was an offensive assistant and tight ends coach. He's been a tight ends coach for most of his professional career, which I like because when you're a tight ends coach, you have to understand everything. You have to understand the run, you have to understand how the pass game operates. So yeah, I like that. Um, After New England, he left for Los Angeles. He was under Sean McVay for the past few years. The McVay tree just keeps growing, man. Just continues to grow. So yeah, that's Nick Caley's background. I like the hire, man. I really do. I think he's going to be a good coach for the Houston Texans. Um, I know a lot of people may be, like 50-50 on the hire, but I like it. I think it'll be a good hire. I think he'll be great with CJ Stroud and try to get him to bounce back in his year 3. I know CJ Stroud likes the Rams. He likes the Rams offense. He gives high praise to Matt Stafford and Sean McVay. So I'm sure CJ will be excited to work with Nick Caley. I know Dalton Schultz will probably be excited. The whole tight end room will be excited to work with Nick Caley. And I think he'll be able to get the best out of Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz had a little bit of a down year. A lot of people, want him gone. But the fact is, he's under contract for 2 more years. You're paying him like he's one of the best tight ends in football. So I think making this hire will get the best out of Dalton Schultz. Also, the other tight ends. Brevin Jordan's going to be returning from an ACL injury. I think Brevin Jordan's a solid piece to this team. Blocking and receiving wise, I think he's a great athlete. So if you can get the best out of Jordan, that'll be great. And also with Cade Stover, man. Cade Stover's a dog. I think he's going to return to camp this year, bigger, faster, stronger. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I like this hire, man. I like this hire from the Sean McVay tree. I think he's going to do some good things with the Texans. Also, some other news we got yesterday: Cooper Kupp will be traded. He put this out himself on X that he expects to be traded. It's from the man himself. He says, I was informed that the team will be seeking a trade immediately and will be working with me and my family to find the right place to continue competing for championships. I don't agree with the decision. And I always believed it was going to be begin and end in LA. Still, if there's one thing I have learned over the years, there are so many things that are out of your control, but it's how you respond to these things that we'll look back on and remember. I've taken so much pride in playing alongside my teammates for the LA community. So thank you for embracing my family and making this such a special place for us. 2024 began with one of the best training camps of my career. Preparations start now for 2025. Highly motivated as ever, highly motivated, as healthy as ever, and looking forward to playing elite football for years to come. Love you guys, but coming for it all. Damn. So let's localize this. What does this mean for the Texans? I think this means a lot for the Texans. You just hired Nick Caley, who was in LA. Cooper Kupp played in LA his entire career. They obviously know each other. They got some chemistry there. And, you know, a lot of word on Texans Twitter is the Texans should try and trade for Cooper Kupp. Now, Cooper Kupp, he's getting paid a lot of money right now. If you were going to trade for him, you'd have to hope that the Rams take some of his salary because he's owed $20 million this year. I don't believe any team in the league is going to trade for Cooper Kupp knowing they have to owe him $20 million this year. I don't think that's going to cut it. I think Cooper Kupp is, he'll never be Triple Crown Cooper Kupp again. He's on the back end of his career. But if you go back and let's look at this statement one more time. He seems pretty pissed off about it, man. He says he doesn't agree with the decision. He's highly motivated, healthy as ever, and he says he's coming for it all, man. So he looks like this seems to me like he doesn't want to be traded, obviously. He's pissed off that the Rams are going to try to deal him, and he wants to prove him wrong. That's what I'm getting out of this message. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, Cooper Kupp, man, he says he's coming for it all. Last year, this is kind of the same thing that we saw with Steph Diggs last year. Steph Diggs, he wanted out of Buffalo. Clearly, he was not happy, with Josh Allen. And Nick Casario, they traded a second round pick for him, basically. And throughout the offseason, you kind of just got this vibe from Diggs that he was coming for it all. A lot of people were calling him a diva, saying, that he doesn't got it no more. But when he came in to the 2024, offseason, he was looking to prove the doubters wrong. And I kind of get that same vibe from Cooper Kupp right now. We know Nick Casario loves, people who want something to prove. We obviously saw it last year with the trade for Steph Diggs. So, I mean, if you can get Cooper Kupp, if you can get the Rams to take some of his salary, I mean, why not pull the trigger? Steph Diggs is going to be coming off an ACL injury. He's a free agent. You don't have to re-sign him. Another thing with Cooper Kupp is he knows the system. He's been a part of the LA offense for his entire career now. Nick Caley just came from Los Angeles. So if you look at it that way, man, this could be a win-win situation. You can get him maybe on a 1-2 year deal. He's going to give you everything he got, barring he could stay healthy. That's been, a big problem with Cooper Kupp is he hasn't been able to stay on the field the entire season, but he said he's as healthy as ever. I don't know if I believe that, but yeah, man, we'll see where everything goes. This is gonna be a little bit of a shorter one. I got a lot of stuff to do today, but make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be providing you guys with content, like I said, all off season. So join along for the ride. We got the Super Bowl this week. Chiefs Eagles. Man, I'm pulling for the Eagles bad, man. I was pulling for the Niners last year. I just can't stand the Chiefs anymore, man. It's getting annoying. I'm pulling for the Eagles. After the Super Bowl, we're going to roll into the offseason. I'll be providing you guys with coverage. Like I said, we got the combine in a few weeks. I think it's sometime at the end of February. The local media will be there. They'll be talking to Nick Casario. I'm sure he'll be there. D'Amico Ryans. He'll give some words, him and Nick Casario. Also, I don't know if we'll hear from Nick Caley yet. I don't know if they're going to give him a press conference or not. But if they do, we'll for sure be reacting to that. So keep an eye out for that. After the combine, few weeks later, we're rolling into free agency. Before you know it, it's the draft. Before you know it, we're into OTAs, and all these mini camps. It's gonna fly by, man. So make sure you guys join along for the ride, man, and I'll see you guys in the next video.